Hey, what's going on, fellow humans and resellers? Today I'm going to get into all different categories, but we're going to do a video for each. And I'm going to start right now with some albums. So I'm going to list some records on with List Easier onto eBay. And when this comes out, you can go to listeasier.com right now, put your email address in to sign up to be notified when it goes beta live for everybody who's already signed up to test this out. But today I'm just going to go through a bunch of different categories and of the stuff that I actually have in stock to list. So when you get on List Easier at the very beginning, you'll be able to sign in. If you go to your profiles, it's going to give you the monthly usage of your plan that you're on. The next tab is going to be your eBay accounts, where you sign into an eBay account. You just follow a couple of little steps to connect your account. Pretty simple and easy there. And you put in your shipping location, where you're located out of. So Maryland Heights, Missouri for me. So then you go to your dashboard. Dashboard's where you're going to be able to keep track of how many items and how much value you list per day. Next over here we got batches. We have not made no batches yet today, so we're going to get started on that. Open batches and then completed batches if you wanted to narrow them down. So back to the dashboard, we're going to go over here and create batch. Once you do that, you pick which eBay store, if you have more than one, that you want it to go into. So I'm going with my original. Then it brings up your create a new batch. Now what you do here, you can create a template for your items. Like I said, List Easier is set up to do things quicker in bulk. So if you have several of one item, take those pictures together so you can list them together. You're going to get the best usage for your time like that. So as you'll see me using it today. So I've already got templates set up for records, but you just would go through the steps, and I'll pull up my records and you'll be able to see all the stuff that's filled in. So batch name doesn't really matter too much on this page. Then you go into your categories and pull up the eBay category that your items are going to go into. So mine's in music, and then subcategory is records. So I've already got that set up. Next up, you have your policies. So you got your payment policy, your shipping policy, and your return policy. And this does work with the other shipping method, calculated shipping on eBay also, but I don't have calculated. So then you can load up your store category and save it there also. If you want items to go into a certain category within your eBay store, if you have a store. Continue. Continue, you'll set the condition, and you can change this all one by one in the future and even after you list it on eBay. So you just put in your condition. If you have a set price that you just want to start things at, like I said, you can change this. Do you use best offers? You can click that. Here's where you put your SKU in, but I would not put it in here right on this spot. If you are just saving a template, you can do that on the next page. Here is where you can do your descriptions. Now you can let AI fill in your descriptions, or you can create your own template for description. So I just started using my old templates that I've already been using on eBay. At first I've been using AI to fill it all in, but I just feel I'm going to go back to my templates because it's more about saying fact stuff, like all my items are guaranteed with free returns, things like that, instead of the fluff that AI gives you about, title tracks and stuff like that. You'll be able to see that on the pictures. And then you have this option here if you're doing like CDs or DVDs, where you click it and it'll find the UPC via List Easier. So it'll put the UPC barcode into the item also. Then you come down and you would set your item specifics. You can set them to have the AI generate them for you. The ones that are required in the field will be highlighted in red. So I've got the AI going to generate my title. I got it going to generate my category or my catalog number, along with the country and region that it was created in. If it's classical, conductor, composer, what the edition is, what era it's from. That would be like the years, like 1950s or whatever. And then you can fill out any of these with either preloaded information or just have AI to do it for you. So I use AI for pretty much everything except like even genre of music. I guess record doesn't. Here we go. Record size 12-inch. That's what most of these are going to be. Record label. Let me put that in there. Release year. Release title. Put that in there. And here's one where I went ahead and clicked 33 RPM instead of letting AI do it, because the majority, if not all, is going to be 33s. Style music, I'm letting that do it. And since I changed something, I'm going to update my template. All right. But we're going to go ahead and create the batch. So now you're into your batch. And here's where you can put in your SKU. So I'm going to do, for these, I'm doing LP 114. Hit OK. So I got that put in there. And then I'm going to browse for my pictures. So I'll go to desktop, go to LP. Usually it's good to do about 50 or less at one time. I don't know how many I got in here, so we'll just click them all and see what it does. Sometimes when you go to like 100, I've noticed that a couple will fail. So I've just been doing it like 50 or less. So that's the best way to do it. So let's see how many I have in here. So it's going to load the pictures up. So we got 84 pictures. It looks like it's uploading. So about 42 items. So we're under that 50. So it's going to go ahead and upload those right quick. Now, if you're doing items that have an odd number of photos for every item you're doing, say you know some of your items have 2 pictures, some have 3, some have 5. You can do this 2 ways. If you have the odd pictures, you click the first one, and then you click the last one, then you click Create Listing, and it'll create your listing. Since all of these are only 2 pictures, I'm going to have it automatically auto-assign 2 pictures to every listing, and it just generated them over here that quick. And then we hit Create and review the listings, and now it's going to start pulling in all the information. So what it's going to pull in is the titles, the item specifics, and if I was using the AI description, it would pull that in also. So yeah, this is 42 items. So it might take a little second here to pull all that information in and generate the listing. Looks like they must have done some update today, so I'm not sure if I'm going to run into any errors or anything. Like I said, I'm on the beta, and I noticed my graph was erased. That usually means something was changed on the back end. So I'm curious to see. It does appear to be running a little bit slower today than normal. Again, one thing you got to remember is when you're doing this is AI. You're still responsible for everything that pops up here. So you need to kind of just spot check it. But I've come to the point where I trust it so well that I just pretty much go with it. So, but I'll go through it and show you why I am comfortable with trusting it. Where I know it's, with other AI stuff in the past and just generating stuff, it's very hard to trust what it pulls in. Yeah, this is definitely running a little bit slower today. So they must be working on the back end, because it's normally a lot faster than this. So I do apologize for that. So it's not quite a representation of the quickness of this program. So they appear to be doing something. But you'll see why. Hopefully it won't time out, being it's taken so long. I may have to cancel these videos today and do it another day if they're really working hard on the back end. You'll see in 5%. If I should continue or wait. All right, so due to it running slow, it looks like it didn't bring up some of the required information. That's why these are in red. So what I do is work my way down, kind of copy that. Required artists, this is going to be various artists since it's a soundtrack. This is going to be various artists. So the only thing that's missing is pulling in the word various, it seems. And once you, this is quarter flash, it's the band. So this is just, you would, if you did AI here, you'd be able to read what you put in, but I'm using my created one I just copied from my old eBay listings, so that's why it's just reading like such right now. But it throws all of them back into order, so you're still in order. So I know most of these are going to be low dollar vinyl, but there's a few I probably want to check the comps on and even check to see if it's in my store. So I'm going to go through these 42 like such. But as you see here, the Mills Brothers, My Shy Violet LP record gives the record label and it gives the stock number. So very nice, trustworthy thing here. View eBay solds if you need to comp the item. So we got here one that sold for $10. Let me see what they're currently listed for on eBay. Kind of all over the place. And I'll check the nearest to see if it's in my store. It is not. Since the price is all over the place, I'm just going to leave that as a $5.99 because that's normal. A lot of this stuff I've sold already, or maybe even have in my store. Christmas Time in Carol and Song, and then it gives the artists that are on the LP. So we got one sold. Even though I have these in the store, I'll probably list them anyway because the covers are usually different on vinyl, different style of wear. But no, it looks like I'm sold out of that one. Here too, you could do little things like maybe take out the first name and type record in if you want the record. Word record. Alrighty, we've got Dan Fogelberg, Neverland's 12-inch 33 RPM LP record on Epic Records from 1977. Again, all this stuff's going to be down here in the generated AI fields that I picked. We got 1970s record rock on Epic 12-inch from 1977, 45 to 60 minutes long, and the 33 RPMs. So I know I've got one of that, but it's a different condition. So we'll go on to the next one. This one I know is a cheap one. So The Voices of Walter, again. And when you're familiar with your stuff, it's a lot quicker, obviously. And being that I'm not using the AI in the description, that's saving me time too, instead of having to double check that. But in the past, I've always used it, and it's been pretty spot on. So, like again, that's one thing I learned to trust. Let me see if I got this in my store. Nope. All right, so that's sold out. I've been selling a lot of this low dollar vinyl, being I have the buy two get two free. Again, it will cut some stuff off at the end here, so I just kind of delete that if there's something extra. That probably tried to say stereo. not a big deal. Okay, not in my store. We had the great songs of Christmas. I know this is a lower dollar one. I've sold it before, even though people have tried to get more money out of them. Another thing too is if you like some kind of certain structure, the way I kind of view this is AI is probably going to be smarter than me when it comes to it. So I just learned to accept the way it structures the title. I know that some people think that the first 5 words are crucial and that's what matters, but I would differ from that just because just the word the can change your search on eBay. You'll get a different amount of items if you have the word the in it as opposed to not having it in it. So I don't think that the search on eBay is that great, saying, oh, only the first 5 words are what all that matters. And let me test that theory right here. I'm going to go over here and go, the Beach Boys greatest hits. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just going to go like music CD. I want to go over the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first 5 here is the Beach Boys greatest hits. And what comes up is 667. Well, that's sold. Let's go to active. 641. But if I take the out and put it at the end, 641. So again, let's take beach out, put it at the end, and that's over the 5. 639. So it only disappeared 2. So do the first 5 matter? Not in my opinion. There you get 1100 by taking both beach and boys out. So then you're getting more stuff that's greatest hits. So maybe there is a little something to it. Maybe there is a little something to it. Let's type greatest. 558. It's hard to say with the eBay search. Let me put the back in it. Oh wait, I got the in it already. 446, just by adding the extra word the and making it 2. So it's like no matter what you get, you're getting something different. Who knows? I don't go buy it. I don't worry about it personally. If somebody's looking for your items, they're going to find it. Or they're not. So, let's see. Get into this. All right, there's one for 13. Oh, looks like I already got that one in stock. How different does this one look? Not that different. I'm just going to delete that one. Just add that later to my quantity. I know this one's a low dollar one. Maybe I was just shown something today that I didn't necessarily believe. But again, I do volume. I'm not going to be that nitpicky. I guess if it was like a $50 or $100 item, then maybe I would be, but it's not. All right, we're going to raise the price on this one a tad bit. Hallmark presents songs of the holidays. And oh, that's a $5.99 one. So personally, I'm happy with the titles. a little bit higher on that one. I'll have my, whoops, my 20% off sale will kick in. Now here's one where it didn't put the word LP or record in the title, so I'll go ahead and do that. There. And when I do media, I usually have to go through each one anyway, just to make sure it's not in my store when it comes to CDs and cassettes. This one's worth a little bit more, huh? I'll just bump that up. Another Julie in London. Let's see. This is a good way to test it. I mean, if you're just hitting that button, you can see what your layout does and go, in order to gain some trust, if you will. And let's just add that here and see if I get anything else different. So 282, 239. I actually get less by putting LP and record up in the title. So who knows? That's why I don't worry about it. The search is so out there when it comes to eBay. I don't think there's no real way to wrap your head around the proper way of doing things. Bird in the Herd, Bamba Samba. So I'm going to take one of these out. Actually, I might not have to. Nope, didn't have to. Cool. I wanted to put record in there. Again, didn't put record. Again, it didn't put record. I'm going to pull. No, I got room for it. Actually, let me see what this one's worth. Not special. The Coolidge. LP. See, I would rather have record in here than the actual categories, but when you're just plowing through this, it ain't gonna really matter that much. Not for me anyway, doing value. I know I had this in my store. I just want to see if it's still there. And it is not, so I've sold that. Helen Reddy, that one looks good. Helen Reddy, that one looks good. And Christian Folk. Just put record there. Actually, I probably had room for it. Oh, Letterman Trace's memory. Let me put a space there. Actually, I don't know what the value of that is for sure. Let me check this one. Oh, and I do have it in the store. What's the condition like? Yeah, condition's different, so I'll go ahead and leave that. Big Chill. LP. 33 RPM. Record. I think I'm sold out of this one. Yeah. I'm just going to go $1 higher on that one, because I always sell that one out quick. Again, oh yeah, there it is, record. Mac Davis, self-titled. And remember, if you're saying, well, I can do this quicker, does that include looking up the comp prices before you do it? Right? Checking to see if it's in your store before you start creating the listing. You have to include that time in this too if you're searching for the price and searching your store. Like if I knew the prices and knew if I had it in my store, I'd be done by now, right? So it would already been done listed. All right, I got that one in my store. But there's an extra little sticker on there, so that's makes it different. So I'll leave that. This one I do not know the value of. I do have one in my store. They are different, so I will leave it. Then Ronstadt. I didn't really pay attention to the title. Good title. Whoops. Over here, James. Alright, I don't have that in my store. Do that at $5.99. Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits. See if I'm sold out of that one. That I am. Neil Diamond with the hype sticker on it. So I'm just going to type. Whoops. What do I want to delete? Yeah, I'll delete the year. Hype sticker. Utopia. Let's see what this one's selling for. Brand new at $7.99, so I know it's going to be a $5.99. Quarter flash. Let's see if I have that one still available. Nope. But that one still usually sells for me pretty quick, so I'm going to just up that one by $1. I think I just put one of these up the other day. So I thought. Let me get rid of that half word. I actually don't have LP or record in the title at all. Maybe I didn't. I thought I put that one of these up the other day. Oh, it's a different version. Different, a little different. All right. So let me take out that, and we'll just take out forces. See, I like to believe that the item specifics help search. I mean, that's what eBay always said, right? So, like a lot of the stuff's going to be in the item specifics, LP, record, things like that. 33. We'll leave that one at that price. And we just got a couple of 12-inch singles I wanted to try out with this, and it looks like it did pretty well on that too. It pulled in all the extra people who are playing on it and such. So I like that featuring. And featuring Nas, so that's nice. It brought in all that information. And there we go. Again, you can, once you look at all the details enough, you'll understand why. You'll learn to trust it because it's pretty spot on with everything. And then we go to lists. So we're going to list these 41 items. I deleted one. Whoops. My screen just turned off. I can't see it. Hold on a sec. Turn my receiver back on. So I cannot see what's going on right this second. All right, and okay. So there we go. We're listing the items. And there they are. 41 items listed to eBay account urban_picker. And that is done. Simple and easy as that. We got my little pop-up saying I listed 41 items at a total value of $271.59. And that will grow as I list more, as long as they're not in the background doing things that will erase it. And I always like keeping my page open so I can come and check and make sure they were uploaded. And they usually always are. Actually, I think they always are. So there they all are. In all their glory. Ready for some sales. And if you're one that thinks, the structure matters, I've gone into this using AI structure, letting them put the title in however they want, in any order they want. And I've sold a lot of stuff I've listed. And I'm selling media, including some slow moving items, right? So like if I went here, I could tell you this one I listed because I can tell you how it's laid out, the CD. So that was listed with it. This one was listed with it. And there might even be some I miss here. This was listed with it. That was not. This one was listed with it. I've been selling a lot of older stuff. Like these things have been in my store forever. And they finally sold. And that's one thing I like about volume. I think, the more hooks you get in the water, it starts helping your other items sell better too. This was listed with it. No. I saw the dash and it threw me off. So I like the fact a lot of my older stuff is moving. This was listed with it, this record the other day. Along with Michael. This was listed with it the other day. This was listed with it. This one 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 was listed with it. So yeah, pretty much a lot of different stuff. This one was. That one was. This one was. All those games were. Yeah. This one was. 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 I want to say this one was because I'm just trying to think if I. And yeah, these both were. This one was. This one was. This one was. Letters of Cleo were. No. They weren't. Sorry, my bad there. This one was. 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 So yeah, stuff's moving, So this one was. I don't. This one was. I don't fall. This one was too much into the structure of the. This one was. This one was. So just giving you a little fill in there. We've gone up 200 items in the search results sold since I've started using List Easier. So, all right, so that's all for the records. I'm moving on, and I'll do another category and get that uploaded also. So, all right, thanks everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.